Welcome to Kolkata Kitchen Kraft, our tiny bakery kitchen. Today, we're going to make a delicious chocolate cake completely from scratch. We'll begin by preparing our ingredients,
Then mix the batter. Bake the cake. Prepare a rich chocolate frosting. Assemble the layers, and finally decorate our miniature masterpiece.
First, we measure all of our ingredients carefully. We need flour for structure, cocoa powder for that deep chocolate flavor, sugar for sweetness, baking powder to help the cake rise, eggs for richness and structure,
butter and milk for moisture, and vanilla to enhance the flavor.
Let's begin with our dry ingredients. Into the mixing bowl go the flour, baking powder. We whisk them together thoroughly. This is so the cocoa and baking powder are distributed evenly. Knead cake.
Next, we prepare our wet mixture. We carefully crack the eggs into a clean bowl and add the sugar. This step helps mixture incorporate air and gives our cake a beautiful texture.
Now we'll add the melted butter and milk. Finally, we add a little vanilla extract to enhance the chocolate flavor. Everything is gently whisked until smooth. Now it's time to bring our two mixtures together. We gradually add the dry ingredients to the wet mixture rather than adding everything at once. The chef gently mixes until dry flour remains. Before adding our batter, we need to prepare the cake pan. We lightly grease the inside with butter and dust it with a little flour. This prevents the cake from sticking and makes it much easier to remove after baking. Our batter is ready, so we carefully pour it into the prepared pan. We fill the pan evenly and gently tap it against the counter to remove any large air bubbles. Finally, we smooth the top. Now our cake is ready for the oven. The oven has been preheated, so we carefully place the pan inside and close the door. As the cake bakes, the heat causes the batter to rise. Look closely as our cake begins to rise. The baking powder releases tiny bubbles. The heat sets the structure of the sponge. This soft batter becomes a beautifully risen chocolate cake. Our cake is beautifully risen. We need to make sure it's baked. Insert a skewer into the center. It comes out clean. Place it on a cooling rack. Now let it cool completely. We'll prepare our chocolate frosting. First, we beat the butter until it becomes soft and creamy. Then we gradually add powdered sugar and cocoa powder. Finally, we add melted chocolate and milk. Our cake has now cooled completely, so we can begin assembling it. Using a small serrated knife, we carefully slice the horizontally into even layers. Inside, we can see the soft and moist chocolate sponge. Now we begin assembling our cake. We place the first layer onto the cake stand and spread a generous amount of chocolate frosting over the top. Next, we carefully place the second cake layer on top. We make sure the layers are perfectly aligned. Now we cover the top and sides with more chocolate frosting, creating a smooth coating around the entire cake. Now comes the finishing work. We use a small spatula to smooth the frosting, scrape away the excess. Slow, gentle movements give the cake clean sides and a professional finish. Now it's time to decorate our cake. Followed by chocolate. A few fresh berries add a beautiful contrast. Every little detail is carefully placed to make the cake look delicious.
Our miniature masterpiece is almost ready. We carefully inspect every side to make sure the frosting is smooth.
And here it is, our finished miniature chocolate cake. Every layer is soft and chocolatey, and the final decorations make it look like a tiny celebration masterpiece. Our chocolate cake is ready to serve, completely made from scratch. From mixing the batter to baking the sponge, tiny kitchen, big flavors. Thank you for joining us. See you next time.